So really going to start to transition into a barracks heavy build here. We might likely see him get a couple more barracks down and then a command center as well. And at this point, it's going to come down to Czech and his banelings. He has a couple of banelings on the ground. He needs more drones as well. What is he producing at this moment? He is getting more army, so he is not producing drones like we'd expect him to see. Very interesting decision here for Czech as he's using those resources for more attacking units, and he's flying in and about, darting and taking out a couple of these Marines that have spawned out. But meanwhile, on the other side of the map, it looks like Cargo's going to push forward with his Marauders and Marines, but they encounter the wall of banelings, and the banelings are trying to go for those much more fragile Marines, but the Marines microing away. Nice maneuvers here from Cargo, and Cargo with those dropships could very well take out this hatchery right here. The Queen goes down. The Mutalisks are not powerful enough to fend for themselves, and the hatchery gets taken out. The Mutalisks finally coming in to engage, but to no avail. And that was a great timing attack from Cargo there, moving in when he knew he had the opening. But he is getting caught in the corner here as the Zerglings have just morphed in, and it looks like the entire force for Cargo now is going to get wiped out. Ooh. I still think that was a good exchange though for Cargo, losing your entire army, but taking out a hatchery, still a good trade in my opinion. But these dropships also getting taken out as well. Finally, some Marines coming to help out the situation a little bit with Vikings as well. And it looks like Czech was able to kill off the entire army of Cargo with just his Mutalisks, and of course the Zerglings on the ground. Nice play right there, but he needs to recapture this natural expansion. His income woefully behind, 19 under 26, and you guys can really see how these Korean players duke it out. They do not think about macro, macro, macro. They are all about the micro, micro, micro. It's all about those single units, controlling them to their maximum potential, not about economy at all. Really a much more interesting game to watch than what we're used to. But here is Czech with his 5 Mutalisks in the air, still hovering about, waiting to pounce on that Terran army, just waiting for the opportune moment. Cargo here does not have enough Marines, I don't think. He is finally getting another command center down, getting armor level 1 for his Marines, but he is still forced into a corner because of the mobility that Czech has from these mutas. And at this moment in time, I don't think Czech, he's still not getting his expansion down. He is still continuing to play one base. He's really starved for gas, getting the centrifugal hooks for his banelings. Looks like he is going to be getting an expansion, and he's going to hide it up here at the 12 o'clock location, but Cargo sees that, and he is going to start to move out with a cargo of 2 dropships to try to intercept that hatchery up there at the 12. We'll see how successful that's going to be. As Czech, he does have those mutas in the air. He has Zerglings, more banelings morphing in on the ground as well. And at this moment, I'd really, yeah, Cargo is going to go for his natural expansion, finally. And we're about to see what's going to happen when these two forces collide, when this medvac dropship force collides with this hatchery. But it looks like the mutas are going to intercept the dropships just in time. Gonna pick off one of the dropships, get all the Marines down as well, and both dropships getting taken out by the flock of Mutalisks. The Marauders here have nowhere to run to. Nice interception right there from Czech, who anticipated the dropships coming in from the north side, and is going to finish off a very expensive amount of units right there. And that is going to set Cargo behind just that much more. And right now, I really think both players, maybe Czech is a little bit ahead right now, because even though he lost that expansion, he's been able to wipe out Cargo's army twice in a row. Very impressive play here from both these Korean players. Cargo here with now 1-1 weapons. It looks like Czech here is going to come in for another attack with this flock of Mutalisks, but engaging the Marines and Vikings as well as the missile turrets. Not a good idea for those Mutalisks as they decide to fall back to the Zerg base. Finally seeing the hatchery going up yet again, the second time today, as Czech is struggling to keep up in economy. He's still behind in that harvester count. Income 700, under 1200. Very, very, very low. We actually have high second auto tracking being researched from the engineering bay as well, and I believe this gives planetary fortresses longer range as well as point defense drones as well. So a very interesting upgrade to get from that engineering bay. It also increases the missile turret range by 1. So that might be why Cargo has decided to get that upgrade to help against the Mutalisks. But the Mutalisks coming in here to attack the barracks. It doesn't look like Czech is he's trying to make up his mind to see what he wants to attack, and he is going to go for the reactors. So you guys can see he's got so many Mutalisks mutas now. It only takes like 3 or 4 shots to kill off that reactor, and that's a slight little setback right there as Cargo setting up more barracks, really transitioning into a heavy ground army with Vikings in the air to deal with those Mutalisks, getting another command center here at the forward position of his natural. And both players still playing a very low econ build. Zerglings and Banelings here for Czech, who's continuing to mass up his forces. And right now Czech is at 85 supply. He has this expansion up here, so he is at 2. He's about to be at 3, but Cargo is still at 2 right now, and he's actually loading down onto the high ground right outside of this natural expansion, gonna set up a position, taking out that Mutalist as well. And it looks like Czech here is gonna be going eye for an eye, gonna go straight into the Cargo base here at the natural expansion, going for those Marauders, but the SCVs and Marauders getting into a nice position to deal with the Zerglings and Banelings. But is it enough? I think Czech might have enough to break through this line. It's going to be very close. Meanwhile, it looks like the forces have unloaded over here to the north side, and they are dealing with the Mutalisks. And it looks like down at the mineral line, the Banelings trying to get in, and they are going to get in and clean up that infantry ball. It looks like Czech right here coming in with his Mutalisks to do some garbage cleanup, and Cargo left with no more forces on the ground, only has the mutas, or excuse me, the Vikings in the air. Is going to try to chase down these mutas. Oh, the Marines stimming up, picking off a couple of mutas right there, and the third Mutalist getting taken out as well. Czech here and Cargo are just trading blow for blow. It's so hard to say who's going to come out ahead, but in that last exchange, I really think Czech evened out the economic odds. He killed off several SCVs at the natural, and there you guys see it. Czech now at 30 harvesters over 20. And he is really in a strong position right now. He has his third expansion, or this is the second actually. He has his third about to be up and running. His main is actually mined out, so he's only going to be on 2 bases. The same can be said for Cargo, though, who is also mined out as well. And it looks like right now Cargo looking to push out to make something happen. And this is all he's got, all she's got. This is everything in the tank, and he has to make something happen at this moment if he wants to win the game. And it looks like he's got to set up to push sometime, because if the longer he waits, the larger this Zerg army becomes. And it's already becoming more deadly by the minute, with all those Zerglings and Banelings. Mutalisks coming in here from the east side, gonna start picking away at these SCVs at the natural expansion, killing off several of those SCVs as well as a couple of the mules. The Vikings coming in to deflect the mutas, but not in time, as Czech is going to fall back over to the bottom right hand side. Upgrades for infantry currently at 1-1. Marines and Marauders still pumping out of this quadruple barracks build. And I just don't think it's enough to deal with this Zergling Baneling build. The Zerglings and Banelings all day long have been keeping this infantry back. They've just been running in and just suiciding onto this ragtag Marine men army, and it's just not been working out for Cargo the way he's wanted it to. And the Banelings with centrifugal hooks doubly dangerous. And here we go, stim being used on the Marauders and Marines, and the Zerglings and Banelings coming in, and that has got to be it for Cargo. Just the entire Marine ball getting just mauled to death, just acided, liquidated. My vocabulary is not even enough to explain what happened there, but Czech there, even with his Mutalisks coming in, and Cargo leaves the game. Not even a GG, but definitely a good game at that. Both players giving it their all, and I really like that replay. That was an epic display of micro from both players from the first minute to the last. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that broadcast, and of course if you guys like what you see, make sure to subscribe to youtube.com/HDStarcraft. Thanks a lot guys, HD signing out.